The clutch levers from Midwest are getting a reputation for being a cost-effective way to lighten your clutch action and also allow 1 or 2 finger use of each lever so you can hold on to the bars better. We swapped both the clutch and front brake levers among several bikes so we could all get overall impressions from 6 different riders. Here's a summary of Midwest's claims from the website for the clutch lever. First, everyone agreed the clutch is noticeably lighter, especially when feathering the clutch. We measured the clutch pull required at the same spot on both levers and agreed the initial pull is roughly 50% easier. From the halfway mark to fully disengaged, it was more about 30% easier, at least on the Beta when tested. The consensus, this could only be a good thing in terms of less fatigue for the clutch hand.
Definitely feels really light, easy to install. Big benefit for me is that it just completely avoids this knuckle, which I normally bruise really quite badly with a conventional lever. You got to get used to the different amount of throw. So when you hit a big hard hill, you got to let that thing out further to fan the clutch.
The lever works on the basis of using more leverage, so generally you need to pull the lever all the way into the bars to disengage the clutch. This took some adjustment for everyone, and there was initially some bike stalling until we adapted to the longer pull. Some felt this would be a good thing in terms of finer clutch control. Others weren't so keen, but definitely agreed the lighter clutch action made it worthwhile.
Brilliant lever, it falls to hand really well, and it's just a nice length. And the big advantage that I find with it is that if you crash with bark busters on, the lever is way inboard and it's not going to fail with any bark busters or anything.
A big plus in our book is the lever encourages 1 finger clutch action, generally the ideal for technical dirt riding. Set up properly, there's no danger of crushing the lever against your other fingers against the bars.
The clutch on my Berg is already pretty light, but the Midwest did make it a little bit lighter, although the length is something I'll have to get used to with it being a fair bit shorter.
The wider lever felt comfortable for everyone. Only one rider questioned this, as when his gloves got wet he started to slip on the lever a little. He felt it wasn't a big issue, but in the long run would consider roughing up the lever a tad for more grip if it was an ongoing issue.
Quite comfortable. I'm not normally a 1 finger clutch man. I do like my 1 finger brake, so I immediately felt comfortable with the brake, but forced me to probably use more 1 finger on the clutch, and I think it's something I can get used to.
Plenty of European bikes like the Kados are known for their dragging clutches even when warmed up. The increased length of the clutch pull usually means a bit of adjustment of the lever is needed to avoid clutch drag even when the lever is fully against the bars. The Midwest brake lever. As Midwest states, it has exactly the same action as the stock lever and is adjustable. The big advantage we saw again was that it encourages a 1 finger grip for better hold on the handlebars, or 2 fingers if you move the lever outward a tad. With the possible exception of the guy with wet gloves, we all liked the thick lever again. The ergonomics, definitely well thought out.
Brake is a massive improvement for me because I can use 1 finger comfortably. I feel like I've got more purchase and more braking power, and it doesn't come into contact with my other knuckles, which is nice.
Our research on forums indicates that there's occasionally a rider who doesn't gel with the thicker levers, but they usually just cut and file them down to a width they like. However, the vast majority seem to prefer the thick, square-edged lever design. At around US $70, we felt the clutch lever is especially worthwhile if you want to lighten your clutch pull without forking out a lot of money. Then, if you like the ergonomics of it, consider getting the matching brake lever as well. And of course, if you are one of the very small minority who wind up not liking the lever, it simply becomes a spare in your kit if you break the stock lever.